of the issues we had with the timing, we are allowing this rematch to occur. So here we go. As we open up the gates in just a couple seconds, we will be seeing swiftness thrown out on both sides, both teams porting through the gates. Let's check out the splits. Red team will be sending their Guardian over to the gate, as well as the blue team will be having the Thief capture altar for blue team, as well as the Engineer going to Temple for the red team. Meanwhile, Warrior is sort of passively waiting here. I'm a bit curious. He's looking for a gank, it almost seems like now. Oh, no, he looks
They were
good.
both waiting because they saw each other, so probably they are going to have a nice little one-on-one scrimmage right up in the center of the map. But I don't think that's the actual thing you want to do in that kind of situation. You need to get on those points. You need to focus on gate as they do right now. The Warrior changed down there, so the damage should be applicable on Troll King.
Alrighty, so we're gonna see three people on Troll King, all three members of the red team, including this Warrior, bursting him down pretty harder. He's doing a nice job of dodging around this damage, though. Let me take a look at his build. He has used his heal already. Pretty much everything's on cooldown except for his shield abilities now. He doesn't have a lot left to keep himself alive. Burning damage on him, he does cleanse that, and he's about to go down. He uses his sword. He's pulling into his other weapon set now. He's running out of time, but his heal is about to come up, and because of the heals from Blue Muffins, he's able to keep himself alive. Nicely done, keeping him alive. Red team realizing this now is gonna pull out to other points, as they have lost Temple as well due to the Thief on blue team moving around.
Actually, Yin is currently capping Altar instead, so they will be set up 1-1 with due to the points again. So the gap of 25 points won't increase over the next couple of seconds, but we see the Warrior currently chased down by two members of all cap points belong to us, and they get him down fairly quickly. The question is if Yin can actually revive him right next to Stillness, but it doesn't seem like it.
It seems like he tried to do his knockback, but he almost possibly screwed it up there using that, so he wasn't able to pull it off. That'll be his stability go out. I didn't actually catch the effect fully there, so Yin is unfortunately going to have to retreat now with the pressure of two people on him. He did do that nice magnetic grab to keep the elementals from getting there faster, so it looks like he will be able to, if he's able to get out of this mobilizing time, get onto that point and stop it from being decapped. Nice job by Yin there. Excellently done. So we'll have that 1v1 going for a while. Meanwhile, we do have the Warrior retaking Temple over here, and we also still have a 1v1 between the Guardians, which more than likely will be stalemated for a while here over at mid. Let's go back over to Altar now and check out that 1v1. Gonna take a look at Blue Muffin's point of view here. Once again, Blue Muffin's running a fairly defensive Mesmer build here, running with a Soldier's Amulet and Dagger. Very interesting choice in the weapon Wambit Amulet combo, but it has seemed to be working out pretty well for him so far in this tournament.
Actually, set Jin under a lot of pressure, is capable of neutralizing that point. The bigger bomb is currently going out. He dodges that quite nicely. Jin just went into stealth for a second, but he needs to be really careful. His heal isn't coming up for the next few seconds. He's going to throw down his res field to have the healing turret right after he respawns. Probably he's going to use it right now as we see it. So the fight is continuing again. Some cooldowns were used, so the next time Yin goes down, he will probably die if he doesn't get any help, but Blue Muffin doing a good job setting the pressure onto this point, and on long term he will even be capable of capturing that point because he can knock down Yin so often.
Alright guys, and we're moving now over here to Temple, where Chan was just taken out by the Warrior over here. Nice job by him. He's definitely running a very different Warrior build. It's not one we've seen a lot. We also have the Stillness buff that just popped up. Now over here, taking a look now, we also still have that 1v1 at Altar. The Warrior will be taking that. Other than that, we have no one going for that buff at the moment, and we still have no winner at the gate here. No clear winner as of yet.
Currently at Tranquility. Probably could change that. No, Suraj from Temple moved over there just to deal some damage, deal some pretty nice damage, so to say. He's at half HP even after he used his stealth, so we could see the Warrior winning right here. The question is if the Thief can dodge enough, can dodge precise enough to really get rid of the damage. No, Suraj actually wins that 1-on-1. Nicely played by him, so they could get the Stillness rune here too.
It looks like they will actually. Some really nice counter on that Thief and a really nice spike burst build as it's seeming to appear to be now. Well, coming from Suraj, and with those two capture points, that teams at Epic will come back into this with excellent force, really. They're going to come into this now, and really with a virtual 4-cap will gain an excellent lead among them.
Of course, the duel between the Guardians still going on. I don't think this will end in the next couple of minutes. It's just can get more knockdowns down and dodge the enemy knockdowns just to probably take the point by knockdowns, not by killing the other Guardian. Meanwhile, we see Temple is being decapped by Cyan and Shooter, again charging in to get the pressure onto the Thief.
Alrighty, we are going to have this 1v1 occurring, and we still have another 1v1 that between, I believe, an Engineer and an Elementalist from the blue team is also happening over at the altar, so we'll go over to that in just a second. Gate is still decapped. Gate is still decapped, and it has been for this entire game. Those Guardians have been duking it out. I think both teams have sort of passively agreed to allow the Guardians to duel for the entire duration of this map, so far it has pretty much been a fight for Temple and Altar, but regardless, nice job between these Guardians of holding off for this long on both ends. And as we're going to see now, we do have reinforcements from both teams coming in. We're going to have a much bigger team fight occur now in the middle of the fight. Looking at Saihem, who has just won the Temple for his team, as well as Blue Muffins now. Who, whoops, Daisy appears Blue Muffins is AFK.
Is he? Yeah, for some kind.
Already,
He
well.
seems like he DC'd or something, but the Guardian's still holding that point. I don't know if they what he's doing.
There he
yeah,
is.
he's back actually. What was that?
Yeah, he had to take a breather. Anyway, we saw this 2v2 occurring right here between the we have the Engineer from the red team as well as the Guardian from the red team taking on the Elementalist as well as the Guardian on the blue team here.
Meanwhile, the Warrior actually defeated the Thief once again in the 1-on-1, which is currently taking Altar as he respawned. But the mid-fight seems to be quite balanced at the moment. The teams are gathering around the runes. Of course, they want to have that Tranquility rune. The blue team, all your cap points belong to us, really want to take that fairly quickly to have a chance to come back into this matchup.
And now we are seeing the big fight occur for the Tranquility buff. Actually, it looks like Yin is going to choose to try and take out Blue Muffins, not letting anyone escape. Oh, and we also have Cheyenne jumping down. Blue Muffins just uses Lightning Flash to get away from their bit. So Yin is going to have to hold off a 1v2 for the time being. He is going to need reinforcements from his team if he wants to get this buff. At the same time, we up to just to go jump up here. We also have Siraj self-rezzing in order to more than likely get the stillness buff for his own team. However, down him, I do not understand why they did not grab the buff, but nonetheless, as I actually think Cheyenne wanted to go down to support that. But he did manage to channel that before Saihan could get off onto him, and we still have the 1v1 occurring for now. Not only Gate, but the bottom buff as well, so we'll check in on that in just a second. Other than that, everything's staying stable. We have a lot of 1v1s occurring at the moment, and Saiham's going to jump down here now to get on Yin Kirsi again. We are going to see Blue Muffins attempt the channel. The question is now, can Kirsi get back in time to cancel it? And it doesn't look like he is. He's going to try his best. Oh, in the pool with the magnetic grasp. Nicely done by Yin Kirsi, keeping him off just in time there. It was almost...
But actually, because the blue team is currently putting so much effort into getting Tranquility done, the red team can cap all the other points, and the lead is continuing to grow, especially with the stillness buff up, and Jin just doing such a great job here down below, keeping them off, taking that rune, staying alive, even dealing so much damage to Saihan if you look at it.
Indeed, we are going to see now, if blue team does not change up their strategy here soon and is closing very quickly, it seems like all your cap points are belong to us. Are really going to get knocked out here within the next couple seconds if they do not get this Tranquility buff to stop all capture points. I mean, we'll see the channel, but we already see red team reacting to this. The Warrior is heading, and now finally, actually, I would like to note that blue team did finally get that. However, as they get the buff, it did not matter, because the second they channeled it, the game did end, and
at last 5 points done while they were communing that rune. But the big question is, they put so much effort into that they completely lost track of Temple and Altar while the Guardian was holding Gate against the other Guardian, like they did all match. But I don't really see the point in doing that. That was actually a huge mistake, putting so much effort in that. Someone just put someone there with like the Elementalist who can actually just survive this, because the other person is free to roam. They got both points, he could help out at Gate, and when his teammate said, I'm going down currently, could you please go to Temple, he just went there and said, okay, you're getting that, but we're winning anyway, we got so much point doing that, and we will get 2 points even. We will get those 2 points back anyway, so why try to fight there?
I don't know.
Good decision.
It's a pretty big conflict, and the issue is though is that if you really want to, if you're holding 2 points, you can sort of just turtle that fight. Because usually it pops up when you're getting close to the end of the match anyway. Because by the time that buff pops up, on very rare occasions, it'll happen to where the match is going so slowly that like it only occurs when the highest point count at the moment would be like 250 points for one of the teams, and then you'll see teams that really go for it, both teams. But the issue is with that buff is because it pops up so late into the game, one team usually has a significant advantage by that point, and usually what they can do, and I see this in the pro tournaments as well, we see that they'll just send their guardian or their tanky elementalist down there to just turtle it out until the end of the match and just not let them cap that because they'd only need to hold it for a minute or so anyway. So.
Yeah, of course. Just put someone there, just in general, for teams probably trying to adapt. If you can't get it quickly, put someone there who can tank it, just sort it out, and play like you would normally do.
And real quick, I have some people asking for the Warriors build, so I am actually going to look at it real quick for use that one. He's running 6 runes of the Ogre. An axe mace build with force and sigil of rage on it, as well as sword with a sigil of hydromancy and a shield with a sigil of superior paralyzation. He's running with a berserker's amulet with the berserker's jewel as well. His traits are 30, 0, 0, 10, 30. Alrighty. Sorry to interrupt you there, but
yeah, it's all right. It's more than all right. Just wanted to give people some advice because we currently need to build the scene somehow.
yeah.
To not make that sound like we are trying to build that and you don't do anything. But we need those teams to gather up to come into those tournaments because otherwise we will just see 8 to 10 teams playing all over again, which will be boring after a while. So yeah, that's probably the best explanation.
Alrighty, so in just a second here, I think we already actually have teams moving in. Let me just triple check. Our next match should be, let me refresh. We should have made in meta Sumani taking on Epic, I believe. Let me just triple check that.
Yeah, we have another quarterfinal actually. Accidentally Famous got boosted. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I'm so sorry.
We had another no-show. And extraneous apologies to those of you that are discouraged by the solidity of the tournament because of these no-shows. These are not issues of our organization now. These have become issues with teams not showing up. The Guild of Calamitous Intent did not show themselves, so Accidentally Famous got a free win. I'm just triple checking that was the correct stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Calamitous Intent, who had received a free win, also gave a free win to Accidentally Famous because of the fact that they did not show up for today's tournament. So we do once again apologize for that issue with the no-shows today. That will be improved for future tournaments. But we are going to be moving on now, and just let me check real quick.
We will have Accidentally Famous meeting the one team of Meta, the team with Lady Nagnek, Moopy, and Sam. The second matchup of the semifinals will actually be Meta Solmani against Team Epic right after this, as far as I know. So we are currently waiting for Meta to get onto that point, and I think we got some nice challenges from you in the teams of Accidentally Famous, if you look at their names.
What's the heck? Oh my god.
Have a good time, Blue.
Hold on, wait. I need to make sure that we are doing that match real quick. Once again, guys, I'm going actually while we sort this out because we do have I'm being told we're doing one match, but there's another team in the arena itself. So let me once again do a quick break, real quick, and I'll do a triple check on that. So be right back.